Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 21st of August. Of course, as you would know if you've watched any sort of media recently, the day of the solar eclipse. Now, for most of us, life kind of goes on because there's not a lot to do, and I think I can actually take you outside right now and I can show you what we've got. To be more precise, what we haven't got, because, there's a giant cloud in the way. Our fullest eclipse is supposed to be in 14 minutes. So there's not really a lot to show. I did get actually a little bit before. Obviously, we're not anywhere near totality. But, yeah, copper doesn't care. It does appear to be a little bit darker here, but I'm not sure that I can 100% attribute that to the eclipse rather than the clouds themselves. But to be honest with you, that's what I'm personally more interested in. Because, of course, everybody's got their eyes to the sky, but I'm kind of really more interested in a lot of what happens more close, more at home, more along the ground. Like, I would be really interested if I was down there in one of the zones of totality, just to kind of see what's happening around. Yeah, like all of the world getting dark. That would honestly be a little bit more cooler than me than watching the feed. And I was watching NASA's feed a few minutes ago because there was a city in Kentucky that just had they just had their total eclipse, and NASA spent the entire total eclipse just showing the same shot of the sun or the moon in front of the sun. And that was a little disappointing, to say the least. I wanted to see around it, but they didn't bother with it. So, I don't know, am I the weirdo for looking down here? Who knows? But, whatever. Alright, so, yeah, you can probably guess the clouds basically stayed throughout the rest of the duration of as close to the total eclipse as we got, which admittedly for Pennsylvania wasn't very much. However, we are getting the next one because the northwest corner of Pennsylvania is indeed, well, I mean, obviously we're getting, all of the state is getting a bigger eclipse, but also, like, the northwest corner where areas is actually going to see a total eclipse on the next one, which is only like 7 years. So Sarah and I were talking about this a couple of days ago. I really don't know why people are saying that this is like a super once in a lifetime thing, because it's really not. Because there's so many other eclipses that are still exclusive to our hemisphere and our continent. So not sure quite what all that is about, but regardless, here we are now. And I did a little bit more research as well too, and I actually realized that there were states that were telling people that, like, states that are in the total eclipsed state, that state in that second manner as being form, not as in an individually recognized country or something along those lines. But regardless, there are states that actually require people to use their headlights during the periods of total darkness from the total eclipse, which is actually just really amazing to me, because it's just how dark it is. And that's honestly what's more thrilling to me, is what's around the eclipse than anything else, which is good. That's the crazy part. That's the part that I want to experience. And so, like, if I ever get the chance to go do that, like when the next one 7 years rolls around, yeah, then I might try to actually go see it. And I really want to, like, look around, because again, I'm not quite certain if it got dark enough here to justify, like, the cause, because it was really, like, it could have been by cloud cover. So I'm really interested to see. But obviously, you can't get disappointed if you're like that too, because if there's cloud cover, then that's just going to add to the daylight darkness, which is honestly a more thrilling thing for me. Who cares about what the sun's doing? What's really crazy that's happening is that the whole world is getting dark during the day, and also that it's negatively affecting the temperatures. The fact that the temperatures are actually going down during that, which is also kind of funny too, because our temperature even dipped a little bit early too, which is just kind of crazy if you think about it. Not like a real big amount, but like I noticed on that NASA NASA Twitch stream, they were saying that the temperature actually did drop. I didn't watch that for a very long time. I only watched it for a little while because they didn't cover what I was interested in. They just stayed on the eclipse for the whole time, and I was just like, okay, but what about everything else that's happening? Oh well, we'll figure it out.
I have like never polished shoes before though, but like I was like aware that both of those are like leather shoes, and I need help. Anyway,
polishing shoes aside, it's gonna be a random segue.
I didn't realize you were vlogging. Fuck.
Perfect.
You candidly filmed your girlfriend.
Candidly might be a little bit stretching it, but regardless, yeah. So I took care of dinner tonight. So I actually made that. Was downstairs. It's getting cleaned up now because my father was nice, and since I made the dinner, volunteered to clean it up. Anyway, I think without much further ado, we're gonna call it a night, because even though it's only like just after 9, we're both exhausted, because even though I cooked, it made me both feel good and feel exhausted all at the same time. So I'm probably gonna
that's what cooking does to you.
Yeah, I haven't like cooked a big meal like that in a while, and that took like an hour to prepare. So whatever.
Cooking's great because it's like a lot of fun, but then you're done cooking and you're all like, I'm exhausted, why did I do that?
Yeah.
But that was tasty.
Sums it up pretty nicely. Anyway, we'll see everybody tomorrow for work all day.
Work and oral presentations in class and work.
Yep.